We're watching you from Asheville, Alabama. Thank you, Asheville. He said, I'm going to say Miami, Oklahoma, USC, and Texas combined for under 32 wins this year. Of course, we're talking regular season. So my big question to you, Sooners, Canes, Trojans, Longhorns, can we average 8 wins? Can we get us a push here? These are new staffs. They have depth issues in several places, obviously. Target on all the backs. Don't get drunk on overs. Everyone bets overs. No one ever loves to bet unders. The most unpopular bet in preseason culture. So understand that no one's depth chart is going to remain looking exactly like it does, and not everything's going to work out. Eventually your uniform gets dirty and your left tackle goes down with a season-ending patella injury. Hate to see it, but it's going to happen to everyone. So there are going to be some bumps along the road. Okay, we don't have to be perfect here. Can we just average 8 wins amongst these 4 teams? Here's a reason to be confident. Quarterback play, first and foremost. Dylan Gabriel, the transfer, he's in there at Oklahoma. Tyler Van Dyke could be a fringe Heisman contender for all we know at Miami. You've also got Caleb Williams, famously, has transferred from Oklahoma to USC. And then also Quinn Ewers, I think, will end up being the starting quarterback pretty definitively in Austin, Texas. None of these teams are in the SEC, and none of these teams are in the Big Ten. So the 2 toughest conference slates that any team could draw, all 4 of these teams avoid them. So what are we left with? Well, producer Jesse went into his stats and info chamber, and he came out and gave me what he feels are the toughest games for all 4 of these teams. So I want you to listen to this list right quick, and then I want to give you a caveat at the end to make you think the over is probably the right pick here. Remember, it's Oklahoma, it's Texas, it's USC, it's Miami, over or under 32 wins this year combined. USC plays at Utah, at Stanford, at UCLA, at Notre Dame. Probably the 4 toughest games for the Trojans. Oklahoma, they play Texas, of course, in Red River. They go to Baylor. They got Oklahoma State. Texas plays Bama in week 2. They play Oklahoma in Dallas. They go to Oklahoma State, and they got Baylor. And then Miami, they play at A&M. That's a down-to-conference game, obviously. They got North Carolina at home, at Clemson, and Pitt. Here's the point. They could lose every one of those games, and still the number is 33. Of course, you have Oklahoma, Texas there, so one of them has to win that game. So they could lose every one of those games I just listed, and still, if we just avoid total disaster, and there will probably be some games there won, obviously, it's not going to be total worst case, I think the over is the pick here. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, listen, out of Mario being brand new and Lincoln Riley being brand new and Sark not even making a bowl game last year and Brent Venables is brand new, it all sounds good, but you know good and well someone's going to drop like a 6-win clunker on you. That could happen. What I'm telling you on the other side of the mathematical fence is I think it's just as likely one of these teams finds their way to 10 wins as it is someone merely finds their way to 6 wins. So yes, I think we can average 8 wins here. I do think the over is the answer, but in typical fashion, I welcome your comments in the comment section because I think there's going to be some strong under energy here. I think a lot of you just despise these programs, and I don't blame you. It's part of what makes the sport great. Give me reasons why. Give me substantive reasons. Don't just tell me under and then reason. They suck. Give me a little bit more than that, please. Thank you.